Hi, I'm Rihanna Roo from Stellenbosch University. I'm here with Heather Banda from the University of Pretoria, and today we want to discuss our focus areas in CoE-MaSS and what it's about and what we envision for it. So Heather, tell me what focus area you're part of in CoE?
Thanks, Rihanna. My focus area is mathematical modeling and analysis in life sciences. How about yours?
I'm doing graph theory.
Okay.
So in the health sciences, are you interested, what are you modeling in the health sciences?
Actually, my research is in cell biology. So actually, I focus on normal cells and cancerous cells. So my aim is to look at the differences between normal cells and cancerous cells. So at the end of the day, I'll know what causes normal cells to transform into cancerous cells. How about you? What's your research in?
Before we go on to my research, how do you model that? What mathematics are you using to model the cells?
Okay, when it comes to mathematical modeling, actually, our aim is to look at the problem, right? Then we translate the problem into mathematical language. From the mathematical language, we do simulations using applications like MATLAB. Yeah, MATLAB. Then the results that come from the applications, we then translate them into a language that other people from fields like biology, amongst others, can understand. So basically, in my research, we're just looking at how the processes in a cell occur. So it's basically doing the simulations and interpreting the results.
How much input do you have from biologists or other medical scientists here?
Well, that's a very important question because, like, when we are doing mathematical modeling, we come up with a lot of these assumptions of how the cell operates. So, at the end of the day, we have to actually get data from experiments. So, whatever results we get, we have to map them to that data so that what we are interpreting directly links to what will be happening in the cell. So there's an integration of the mathematical modeling and the experimental work.
Oh, that's very interesting.
How about you? How's graph theory going?
So in graph theory, I focus on what is called domination in graphs.
Okay.
And that is really just the theoretical side of facility location. So think about modeling a road network,
Okay.
where every intersection is a vertex, and then where there's a path between them,
Wow.
you just have an edge. So then suddenly you have a network, and that is what a graph is. And then in facility location, you will ask a question like, as one of my honor students are looking at this, for example, where will you put electric vehicle charging stations to make sure that wherever you are in this road network, you will be close enough to one so that within a certain time frame, you will reach that charging station before your car stops.
That's nice.
And then what we focus on is, I always feel like if I tell my family what I do, they think I don't do math because that seems like something anyone can do. But what we look at then is to look at the mathematical structures and ask questions like, in general, if I don't know what this network will look like,
Okay.
how will I find values for the best places to put them? And we'll look at finding theoretical bounds on the parameters that we're considering and look at specific structures and say, if I know the structure, can I then easily solve the problem? I mean, if we run out of ideas in that front, then there's always the computer, and then we'll look at algorithms and how we would be able to solve that.
That's nice. What do you think needs to be improved in your research or maybe focus area?
So I think that one of the things in South Africa that's really difficult to navigate is to become isolated in your university.
Yes.
So we're a small focus area. I think maybe 20 active researchers. And then what happens is we are spread all over the country. So, for example, one of my colleagues was the only graph theorist in Saul Plaatje University. So that means you are really far away from everyone else, and that is the focus of our focus area, is to get people together. So how do you build a community of graph theorists? And I think that is the one thing that's we are working towards it. It's not really there, but that I would really want to change in our focus area. So, and in your focus area, are there many different things that you are doing in terms of you're doing cell modeling? Is it a very focus area, or is it?
So, with my focus area, there are people who are actually looking at disease modeling. For example, besides cancer, people will be doing disease modeling for HIV and AIDS, tuberculosis, and also malaria. And some people are actually working on looking at the population dynamics for predators and prey. So it's actually diverse.
That must be difficult in your group to navigate. Do you get together?
So,
what do you do as a focus area?
Actually, when we do conferences, we have the chance to meet with people from different countries and actually talk about the research. So the conferences have been helping a lot, and also just looking at social media these days, one can have online meetings. That's also helping a lot. So distance sometimes these days, actually, with social media, it's no longer a big barrier. We're actually using social media. Then when we get a chance to meet using conferences, we meet.
Okay, that's good. And in your focus area, what would you like to change in your area to make it better for you, so to help you? And
actually, I mean, with my research is applied. So I think maybe it's very important after doing the research, we actually engage with industry so that those results are actually applied. They'll make a huge impact in the world. So I think there is a need to engage with the industry. Maybe do collaborations with the industry. That will help a lot.
do you find that if you have to work with industry, that it's difficult to maybe get data from them or information? Are they, because I mean everyone's so scared to give away their data now,
that's
right?
so true. So my thinking is, before one starts to do the research, it's very, very important to make sure that you have actually engaged those people, so that you know that you have everything that you need to carry the research. So yes, how about you? Do you need data in your in your field?
No, not really. I always find it very funny that if you, for example, look at applications for funding,
Yes.
they can't understand that mathematicians really just need a pencil. So I'm good with a pencil.
What about the application? Do you actually work with people in the industry?
So no. So my research and in our focus area, most of our focus area is not really application driven. Interestingly enough, we do have an overlap in our two focus areas, because Professor Simon McQuimby is doing, he's our focus area leader, and he is doing some interesting research in drug design.
Yes, that's so
graph
important.
theory.
Yeah. So I think there's a link between your focus area and my focus area, because drug designing, that's linked to life sciences, right? Yeah. So maybe there's need for collaboration between the people who do graph theory and the people in my focus area.
So there is something interesting, maybe not in what you're doing, but you said that people are looking at the modeling of disease spread and such, and all of those in normal, the normal biological models are done with differential equations. But there's a whole branch that focuses from a graph theoretic perspective, because then you can infer the knowledge of how people are connected to one another. And then it's a different kind of approach. There's some overlap. Maybe we should organize a conference together.
That's so true.
I feel that you're very lucky to be already in a place where it is very interdisciplinary in your research area. Are there other areas that you incorporate except for the biological sciences?
At the moment, with my research, it's biological sciences, but I think that every research, your research, my research, they have an impact somehow. So maybe when we publish in journals, it will help other people from other disciplinaries to actually see what's happening, see the new findings, and use that research to do their research.
Yeah, that is true.
Yes.
How do you see your focus area creating opportunities, causing an impact in South Africa?
Well, I think these days, like here, diseases like malaria, tuberculosis, cancer, they're actually affecting many people, especially people from poor backgrounds. So there is need to come up with a knowledge-based approach to fight these diseases. So I think that it might not be today, but in the future, we'll be able to come up with ways of fighting these diseases. Yeah.
So this is a question we obviously get a lot, is people asking why are we doing purely theoretical research? And the most beautiful answer I've got was that purely theoretical research is like a baby. So it's like asking, what is the use of a baby?
That's so
Nothing
true.
yet.
Yeah, but like I was saying that when I'm doing my research, when I look at the journals, right, you find that I can take a paper maybe in graph theory and it can give me an answer to what I'm looking for, although I'm doing cell biology. So I think all the research has applications. We just don't know the applications, but yeah, it has actually.
Oh, thank you so much, Heather. It was really nice talking to you. Super interesting.
Thank you. It was an interesting conversation.